Welcome to the weekly roundup, part 2. You've reached Talking with Dr. Terry, 180 Seconds to a Better You, message number 308, and I'm Dr. Terry Wurzbacher. Picking up where we left off from yesterday. Another listener made the comment that she thought there were things that we're probably not doing health-wise because of big pharma and maybe other big businesses. I think we have to accept responsibility for ourselves here. We all know the basic things we should be doing: nutrition, sleep, exercise, and stress management. We just don't do them because usually it takes a long time and it takes effort and people want a quick fix. That's why most people with chronic pain wait until they're totally desperate to start working with mind-body practitioners. They have to do the work, and it's not a quick fix. It took a long time for the problem to develop, yet people want it to go away overnight, and that's just not going to happen. Thanks, Tom, for telling me more about the interview between Jimmy Kimmel and Josh Brolin and how to search for it. Regarding routines, Tim said that certain things are good to have a routine and you should stick with them if they're good, but obviously if they're negative, you should change them. I made April chuckle about my story of conditioned responses when my brain knows when there's a porta potty up ahead. Regarding impact versus intent, Frank has a saying: the pause between thought and speech will define you. I love that. He also told us about how in NLP they teach you that you are responsible for the results of your communication. Thank you, Debbie, for your comment on my thoughts about Veterans Day. And Melissa, that is one of the reasons I served so long, to provide you with the freedom you were talking about. On the mastery moment, Karen is always more eloquent than I am, and I'm so grateful for that. She's trying to figure out how she can apply the mastery moment to getting her play produced again. Ramona also had difficulty thinking of something, and I'm kind of glad people didn't have a quick answer, because I feel that in order for it to be meaningful, you should think about it. Chad did have a great example of having started a mobility routine that maybe he'll talk about more on his From Chad message, and I was totally honored that he talked about me in message number 882. That meant a lot to me, Chad, and I thank you. Melissa also has a breathing routine that sounds different than the ones I'm used to, and I hope she keeps us updated on how it works. April reminded us that this is an example of taking small, bite-sized chunks or steps to begin doing something that maybe we don't want to do. Deb brought up a good point. She said that she's working on completing this year's goals, but if they weren't finished, she was going to roll them over to next year. She sounded almost apologetic, like that wasn't a good thing, or she hadn't succeeded or something. But I think it's perfect. Instead of just dumping them and quitting, you just continue forward. Remember that January 1st is an arbitrary number that we've picked to measure goals, and that's really kind of stupid. It's one reason it's great that Dr. Gilbert starts getting us going the day after Thanksgiving. Have a diamond week.